your flesh and blood.
Welcome to Tell Me Your Story with Dennis Henson. This is a brand new series we hope that you will enjoy, and it's called Body of Health. Dennis, welcome, and let us start out by telling people about, I guess best way to put it is our disclaimer.
Okay. Well, Richard, thank you so much for having me on this series. I'm really excited about doing this, but I think it's very important that everyone understand that neither of us are medical doctors or have any kind of medical training. We are just people who are very interested in health and being able to get better faster, so that if you have some problem, that gives you a place to go to find things that have worked for other people that may help you, or they may not, but there'll be something worthwhile checking out.
Body of Health is going to be here every week. The website that we're going to suggest you go to for information, number one website is dennisjhenson.com, which we will have in the audio and video podcast videocast. But there's also a Facebook location, and basically it's facebook.com/groups/body of health. Once again, facebook.com/groups, that's plural, groups/body of health. We hope that you will go there to check out the information that Dennis has provided with us. And with that, we move into Body of Health. I am Reverend Dr. D. He is Dennis Henson, co-host, and we're glad to have you folks tuned in. We have a fantastic show for you today, talking about foods that help you live longer. We're going to add some true vibrance. It's going to be a truly vibrant program, helping you be healthy throughout the years of your life. Dennis, welcome back. It is great to have you with us once again.
Thank you, Richard. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I look forward to this every week.
Well, this is something that we obviously enjoy doing, both of us. That's why we continue to go on and on. First of all, of course, as we always mention, we're not doctors. We're just trying to give you information that is helpful for you. It's the disclaimer, if you will. And so please keep that in mind and check with your healthcare professional, whoever that may be, and make sure that whatever you're doing, as they say, is not contraindicated. All right. That's a big word there, but that's very important. So let's jump in here, Dennis, in regards to these foods that can help you live longer.
Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to answer some very interesting questions, I think. For instance, how do you choose the right food that'll add years to your life and ensure that you have the energy and vitality to actually enjoy those years?
Can I add a modifier to that? Not only what foods, but where to get them?
That's exactly true. Secondly, we're going to answer what foods can cause you to completely skip the slowdown and painful decline that most people think is inevitable. And third, which everyday foods allow your body to actively repair itself instead of aging?
Well, all three of those are fantastic questions, and of course there are a whole lot more as well. The reason why I added that modifier is because I know a lot of folks who are trying to eat healthfully, they're very much into organic food, and there are sections in grocery stores that are strictly organic. There's also farmers market. In most communities, you have those. I know you have one in your area. We've got one up here where we live. But then again, I've often said too, this is where our intuition comes in too, that, you can slap a label on anything, call it whatever you want. And if it's an unsuspecting consumer, then they're going to buy it, and it's not really going to help, and it might do more harm than good. And that's maybe another subject for another time. In the aspect of using one's intuition, that gut feeling. Is this really going to be good for me? Should I buy it here or should I go down the road, down the street, what have you? Or maybe I should grow it myself. All of these different kinds of options in that regard. So today we'll be breaking down the science of health and longevity, and you won't want to miss a single minute. So stay right where you are. This is Body of Health. I'm here with Dennis Henson, and we are here every week at this time. There's a website. Actually, there are a couple of websites, maybe more than that, but one in particular, DennisJHenson.com. It's sort of kind of the catch-all, Dennis. It is where you can go over to the health tab when you go to DennisJHenson.com, click on that health tab, you scroll down, and you're going to find information from all of the programs that we have done thus far. If you scroll down through the web page, but near the top, there's a link if you would like to get some support from folks in terms of, moral support, if you will, as well as information. There's a group on Facebook called Body of Health, and you can join that group, and it can be very helpful for you. And then there is another place you can go to find a lot of the things we may very well be talking about today, some of them anyway, and that is bodyofhealth.life. And I go there to get my matter of fact, I'm on a subscription for what is it? Morning Clarity? Is that what it's called?
It is. And while we're on the subject,
Mm-hmm.
when I come in every morning, I want to get the morning clarity in my body as fast as I can because it sincerely clears your mind and takes away the sleepy and so forth. But when I make it, it's either too hot or not hot enough. So the other afternoon, I was drinking some soda water, which is it's good for hydration in the afternoon before you walk. Drink soda water, and I thought, wonder if I mix this with the coffee, wonder what that would taste like. So I had an aluminum bottle, and I put some of the Morning Clarity in with the soda water and got it just right, just the right sweetness. I don't use sugar to sweeten it, by the way, but the sweetener I use is very healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I drank it. I thought, this is great. I can leave this in the fridge, and in the morning when I come in, I can just pick it up and drink it. I don't have to get it ready. I don't have to do anything. So for the last 2 days, I came in and just opened the fridge, and there was a nice, cold, fizzy drink, and it gave me the boost, the clarity without the jitters. So you might want to try that. I really like it. So I don't know if I'll be drinking hot coffee again. I may drink it at home, but at the office here, it's just so easy just to grab that bottle and drink that, get my morning clarity, and get off to a quick start.
Well, it's something that I love, and I've shared this before, where I have felt I've not done this, and I'm going to stay away from trying to do this. I've been laying there in bed at night, just waiting for morning, because I enjoy it. I know a lot of people, they need that caffeine jolt from other formulas, if you will, of coffee. I don't believe that's the reason why. It's, for me, there's a ritual to it. I mean, you know this as well as I do, that, you
Right.
go into the kitchen and you start getting it all set up in your coffee maker, whatever it is that you use. You get all the different things you're going to put in your coffee. I've got to find the right cinnamon, by the way, because the cinnamon I'm using now turns to a paste in the coffee. If it sits too long, I'll take the spoon in there, and all of a sudden I lift the spoon out and I get this runny consistency from the cinnamon. So I know it's the wrong one. I know which one I have to get. It starts with a C, CEY,
Right.
and so forth. I think I'm using the Saigon cinnamon. Now that might be good for other things, but apparently it's not real good in the coffee. In any event, it's that ritual. Then I'll take that cup of coffee. I'll go sit out if it's not too warm. And so far it's been good. Sit out on a front porch, sit down in that deck chair, put my coffee on one arm and my phone on the other arm, listen to something inspirational, whether it be music or a book or what have you. I would take it that you kind of have the same kind of thing when it comes to your morning clarity.
I do. I look forward to getting to the office. I actually walk faster. I walk to my office every day, and I walk faster thinking, well, I'm get that morning clarity and remove the sleepy feeling and the grogginess. I mean, it really works. It just clicks it right off, and then I'm ready to go and work with my employees and have a great day. And I really think my business has been better since I've created that ritual, because if you have a clear mind and you're not just wishing you could go take a nap all the time, you get so much more done.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I have in my mind, I have this list of things, and there's nothing prioritized or anything. It's just like, okay, well, I want to go empty this file cabinet, shred these papers, do this, do that, put up these shelves, whatever it is. And I get excited about that. We'll talk more about that as we continue here on the program that we hope you enjoy here on Tell Me Your Story. It's a series called Body of Health, and we're here on Tell Me Your Story. Reverend Dr. D and Dennis Henson, and we're here talking about the foods, ladies and gentlemen, that help you live longer. Now, Dennis, why do specific foods matter so much when it comes to longevity and what is really happening to our bodies when we make them a priority?
Well, Richard, it's like this. Your food is not just fuel, it's information to your body. So every time you eat, you send a chemical message to every cell in your body. When you eat the wrong foods, it tells your body to create inflammation. And obviously, that's not good. But when you prioritize longevity, you shield your DNA from damage and you protect your energy factories. And it's adding years to your life. You're not just years to your life, but vibrant life during those extra years.
Well, now that's interesting. I was listening to a little video that was talking about waking up in the morning, for example. And the first thing you want to do after you maybe put your feet on the floor, you're sitting on your bed, you put the feet on the floor. You don't want to do anything else but maybe drink a glass of water. And then he went through this long list of all of the things that start to happen in terms of how, it lubricates and it does this. Then you stand up and you start stretching and it lubricates the joints. And this, I was just absolutely an amazing laundry list of things that happen that first thing in the morning. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people who, in their minds, they believe that this aging process is sort of inevitable. It's unstoppable. It's sort of a decline. I mean, you mentioned something earlier, and we'll continue moving on here, but you mentioned something earlier in a previous program about how as we get older, the whole sleep cycle shifts and changes. And we can address that at some point, but you're basically saying that the foods that we eat act like, as you say, instruction manuals for our bodies. And by the way, the first thing came to my mind when you said that about the DNA and how the food is information. Immediately, my mind went to the movie The Matrix. So talk to us a little bit about this information manual that we're focusing on today.
Well, by following these powerful foods that we're going to be talking about today, you're not just eating to fill, do away with the hunger. You're giving your body the exact resources that it needs so that it can calm chronic inflammation, clean out cellular waste, and shield your DNA from daily damage. So it's extremely important what you eat.
That's interesting. I've heard stories about the DNA, which is information. It's basically what it is. It's what gives the instructions to the cells to do what they do to make us who we are from the time we are by the time we become an embryo. When the sperm and the egg join together, the DNA kicks in, and there's the information to, okay, this is how it's kind of the blueprint, if you will, for the human being to become, in a manner of speaking. But if you've got flaws, let's say on one of those sheets of paper, one of those blueprint sheets for the electrical system, oh my God, I just spilled my morning clarity coffee all over the blueprint. I can't even read it anymore. I mean, that's just an analogy. Let's talk a little bit about that, because there are those who wait until they get hungry. This is the normal thing. And then they'll go eat whatever it is that they have available to satiate that hunger. So you're actually talking about eating deliberately, again, going back to the aspect of protecting our daily energy and vitality, right?
Exactly. What you eat is telling your body what to do. And if you just do it haphazardly, it may not do what you want it to. And when you reach a certain age, everything starts to deteriorate. Where if you had planned years in advance and given your body the right messages and the right food, when that time comes, it really, really slows that deterioration and possibly saves you from having to struggle with the top diseases: cancer, heart attack, stroke, diabetes. So that makes it worthwhile. Plus, the foods we're going to be discussing are really good.
Yeah,
They're fresh and they taste good. So there's no
absolutely.
reason not to take advantage of them.
Absolutely. Well, I guess at the top of our list, you must be referring to one of my favorites. I can eat them straight out of the container or box or the refrigerator, or mix them into something. And our first item here that you're talking about is blueberries. That's great stuff.
Yeah, I love blueberries. I have them after every meal. My wife fixes a wonderful dessert. It's so healthy. It starts with Jello with no sugar. It's
Mhm.
unsweetened Jello. It could be different flavors.
Mhm.
And then she puts in several kinds of berries. Blueberries every time, strawberries, uh, grapes, and we mix that all with collagen and yogurt. Now,
Mhm.
when you mix that all together and take a spoonful, you not only have tasted something really wonderful that you look forward to after every meal, you've given your body a real boost. Uh, it helps your brain and your cognition. It helps with cellular repair, and it reduces inflammation. Anything that reduces inflammation is going to make you live longer and be healthier.
Mm. Well, I tell you, that's an amazing little fruit there, the blueberry. It can do some amazing things for you. And on top of everything else, and this is actually a key to all of these foods, is it tastes good. You want to eat it because it tastes good. And you can put it in so many different things. Now, I know too that our next item on the list, boy, I tell you what, back in the 70s, I do remember the news stories kept coming out, and I'll focus on coffee for just a moment. Today, coffee, oh, it's great. I mean, it's good for you, and then go down this list of things that it helps you do. And then the next day, oh my God, stay away from coffee. It is horrible. It will do this and that and the other thing. And then the next day they'll come out, oh no, coffee is fantastic. It'll do. And I just sit here going, you are driving me crazy. Okay, stop it. Just stop it. Again, to me, that's where a method that I have found called kinesiology, but it's still tied to our gut feeling, our intuition that says, hey, this is okay, or this is not okay for my body, not for the general public. Okay, that's not what we're talking about. Each one of us has to make our own decisions. It's kind of tied into my book Choices, where that's what we have to make choices. And so this item number two has gone through that ringer of good and bad. And my wife and I sit there going, we're not listening to the good and bad. We love it. And that's eggs.
That's right. Number two is pasture-raised farm fresh eggs. And what could be better? I mean, that's about the best centerpiece for a breakfast that you could possibly have. And while you're enjoying that, you're improving your brain and liver health. You're fighting eye disease. Your HDL cholesterol is being supported. And you're getting bioavailable proteins that are hard to get. So have an egg or two every day. It's really, really good for you.
Absolutely. My wife makes the most incredible scrambled eggs. And there are so many different ways you can prepare them and mix them into things. And I would venture that that is also a good thing, Dennis, if you're maybe making a recipe that requires eggs in it. That's good for you. I've even seen this one because one of my favorites, which may be on this list, we'll find out, is a banana. And I do this almost every morning. And that is I'll take a banana, I'll peel it, I'll grab the peanut butter and a knife. I spread it on the top of the banana and I just start working my way down the banana, spreading peanut butter on the top of the banana as I go down. And that again is one of those ritual things for me. Okay. Along with my coffee in the morning. So let's talk about one that I used to be able to maybe harvest myself because I live much closer to the ocean than I do now. And that is surprisingly to me, seaweed. It's a very, very special in regards to our longevity. Talk to us about this.
Well, it is because it's such a rich source of iodine, and it's hard to get iodine in your meals, in your diet, unless you plan to do so. It's good for your thyroid. It's anti-inflammatory, and it contains unique fibers that feed the good bacteria in your gut. So every chance you get, you should add that to your diet.
Hmm. Well, I know that I've had what they call seaweed wraps. And then, of course, what they've wrapped in there is maybe it might be sushi. I know I've had these rice wraps, if you will, that have the seaweed wrapped around it, and it's got different vegetables and there might be some seafood in there and what have you. Oh, I love those. Those are so good. So how can the average listener easily get the same benefits without making a major lifestyle change, like moving to the ocean?
Well, a lot of health food stores and grocery stores have roasted seaweed snacks, which actually taste pretty good. They're crispy and salty, and they're a perfect replacement for potato chips, which are terrible for you. So just by making that one little switch and not really giving up anything,
Mm,
you've really increased your ability to tell your body that you want to be healthy.
mm. Well, I tell you, there is an aspect to this that, and I'm just guessing here, Dennis, from obviously from your experience, you might know this, but it seems to me that the folks who live on the other side of the Pacific, in what used to be called the Orient, like Japan and China and the Southeast Asia and so forth. My brother lives in Vietnam, so I'm sure he has access to some of these things. And that is the vegetable and rice and seafood dishes that are not as prevalent here in the United States. And I'll be honest with you, with the exception maybe of a sumo wrestler, I haven't really seen a lot of heavy or obese people in that part of the world.
No, and they live longer too. They lots of studies have been done, and it's their diet that causes them to live past 100, where people in the United States, average age is somewhere around 78. But that's that's adding a few more years to your life that if you're healthy, that would be enjoyable.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do enjoy a good stir fry or vegetables cooked on the stovetop. Not so much boiled in water because I don't want to get rid of the nutrients by throwing the water down the drain. But I really, really do enjoy that. We're going to continue here because we got another element that's sort of tied to what we're talking about. We'll get into in just a moment. But this is Body of Health. He is Dennis Henson. I am Reverend Dr. D. Richard Dugan, and we are here with the program. It's a series here on Tell Me Your Story. And of course, just a quick flash to the websites. First of all, it's dennisjhenson.com. There's also bodyofhealth.life. And we also encourage you, because we want you to read something, expose yourself to something inspiring every single day, maybe that first thing in the morning. And that is go to realimpactbook.com. We'll talk more about that in a little bit as we continue here on Body of Health. Reverend Dr. D, DennisJHenson.com, his website, and Dennis Henson is with us here. And Dennis, there's something I heard about. I only heard about this because I love watching MASH when it was originally on. Okay. And then of course the reruns. And I remember when it was introduced in this one episode, there was this fear that the South Koreans were burying landmines. When it turns out they were burying, this is what we're going to talk about, kimchi pots. Let's talk a little bit about this kimchi, which apparently it's rising fast in popularity. What makes this fermented dish a longevity, as soon as I can say it, seafood or superfood, I should say?
Well, first of all, kimchi is just vegetables that are fermented. And there's a certain process that you go through. And you were talking about people in Asia that live a long time. This is one of their staples. But the reason it's great for you is because it enhances your digestive efficiency, makes it work very well.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps you absorb nutrients from the other foods. And it's super for your immune system because it increases your the bacterial activity in your gut, which is very important also.
Yeah, that does seem to be an issue, especially here in the United States. And by the way, I make the differentiation between the United States and America because there's North, Central, and South. So you got to be specific. Okay. And even if you say North, you're still talking about Canada. And I think Mexico is part of North American continent. But nonetheless, moving on here, there is an aspect to this kimchi that is part of this, because they even talked about this in the program, I remember. And that is our number 5 element, and that is cabbage.
Yes, kimchi has lots of cabbage in it. That's the base. But just raw cabbage, using it in coleslaw and making it part of your diet every chance you can. Cabbage is one of the most healthy foods there is, especially if you have problems with your intestinal tract. The cabbage juice has been proven to heal those problems better than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And it tastes so good. I love coleslaw. I mean, and I love sauerkraut. I love pretty much anything that has cabbage in it.
Yes.
I really like it. It's high in sulfur content. It's great for cellular health. And it provides a strong vascular defense, which means your veins and arteries. And as you get older, that is really important. If you've had a stroke or heart attack, it's probably because something went wrong in your veins or your arteries. Something got stopped up.
Yeah. Well, I have to say that my wife makes a mean coleslaw. Oh, it's her mother's recipe. And when I was a kid in school, grade school of all places, one of the elements that they actually served, and when I think about it today, I'm a little surprised, they actually had You mentioned it already, and it's the German dish. And why can't I remember the name of it now? Uh,
Sauerkraut?
so thank you, sauerkraut. They had sauerkraut on the plate, and it was really good. It took a little getting used to at first, but I think they served kind of the same thing every Monday. It was this, and Tuesday this, and the Wednesday, and I loved it. It was really good. Now I have not had kimchi, which is fermented. But then again, cabbage or the sauerkraut is fermented.
Yes.
And
It's
there's a
just
beaut.
kimchi's just sauerkraut with other vegetables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Dutch Garden restaurant by that name in Santa Barbara where you can go and you can get schnitzel and all these kind and and of course the fermented cabbage right there on your plate. Oh, it's just absolutely delicious. And like I said, for some it takes a little getting used to, but eventually you get there. We have one that I know, my dear friend who comes on following this program on the radio station, Lumari. She is absolutely head over heels over this next element, number 6, in terms of having it or its derivative in her diet. And we're talking about number 6. We've talked about number 6 before. Share with us what that is, Dennis.
It's cacao. It is the basis of chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
It has more of the chocolate than the chocolate does. It has more of the good things the chocolate has in it than chocolate. And I get a bag or a container of both. Cocoa is the refined chocolate, and cacao is unrefined. And one looks a little darker than the other. They taste about the same, but I get a scoop of each. Now, if you want to go to Body of Health Life and check out the articles and the recipes, there's 6 recipes there for using cacao where you can make chocolate cake, chocolate pie, ice cream, candy, and I don't know, a couple of others. And they are so good. And they're sugar free because we use, sugar substitutes, but they just taste great. It's almost sinful. So after every meal, my wife makes sure she makes chocolate muffins out of cacao, and she puts nuts in those and plenty of the xylitol to make it good, which is it's a morning clarity sweet companion. That's xylitol. It's the same thing. It looks just like sugar, it tastes just like sugar, but it doesn't have all of the bad things for your health that sugar does.
Yeah.
So if you can make cacao part of every meal, what does it do? I mean, why is it so important?
Yeah.
It's great for creating stem cells. When you eat pure chocolate, not with the sugar, but pure chocolate, it's like a bee swarm of stem cells. Now, why is that so healthy? Stem cells go anywhere in your body where there's something wrong, a disease, a tear, a bruise, anything. Wherever it is, those stem cells find it. They're like little worker bees, and they start to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you do that every single day, just think how healthy your body's going to be after a period of time, not to mention how great it tastes. Let me tell you how powerful it is. We talked about blueberries, number 1, because of anti-inflammatory. The same amount of cacao as blueberries, if you took a spoonful of blueberries, spoonful of cacao, the cacao does 40 times more than the blueberry. And blueberry is universally recognized as the number 1 berry. So that's how powerful we're talking about. And it tastes just like chocolate is chocolate. And it tastes so good, especially if you mix it correctly. And I've already figured that out for you. And if you don't go and get those recipes, you're really missing out on a treat.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I first of all, I have never met your wife, but I know she's a good woman because she takes such good care of you.
She
And
does.
then you share what she shared with you with the rest of us there on bodyofhealth.life. And we're very grateful for that. And hope people will go to that website and find out more. We're going to find out even more because the next item, which is number 7, and we'll get to that, is one in which, and I've said this before, Dennis, if I was drowning in a vat filled with this, do not come and rescue me. I will eat my way out. And we'll find out what that is as we continue here on the Body of Health. Reverend Dr. D and Dennis Henson here. We're talking about those foods that are going to help to extend your life and quality of life, even more importantly. And as I mentioned, one of my favorites. Oh my goodness! I am looking for all kinds of different ways to eat this particular food, and it technically, according to what they say, it's a fruit. You wouldn't think it was a fruit because of the way it tastes, but oh man, it's so good. And as I said before, do not rescue me from this vat. I will eat my way out of avocados. And it helps my body absorb the nutrients from the other foods that we've been talking about on this list, Dennis. What's going
Yes,
on there?
it's an amazing fruit in that you can eat as much out as you want because it has no sugar content.
Yep,
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
it's just fat. And it's the most, one of the most healthy fats that you can possibly put in your body. Now, I like avocados in soup and chicken soup. I don't know, I give Chewy's a plug. They take, I looked up Chewy's, we eat there all the time. And I looked up the recipe and it's on YouTube. It takes 6 hours to make the Chewy's recipe of soup.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, it's
But it's
amazing.
worth it, right? It's
Oh,
worth
it
it.
is. It's so good. And having those avocados cut up on the
Mm,
top, oh my goodness, that's really powerful, and it's so good for you. And there's nothing in the chewy soup that's not good for you.
yeah.
It's that was one of the very first things I figured out after I had my stroke. I had a diet that I thought this is terrible. I don't even know if I want to live on this on this terrible diet. But after some research, I found out that I could eat Chewy's anytime I wanted to because they take great care in making their soup, and everything that goes in it is natural, really
Mm,
positive ingredients. The only thing that a little bit bad is the kind of salt that they put in,
yeah.
that they put into it.
Well, if you can make it yourself and take that 6 hours, which would be worth it, you can put in that Celtic salt or
Right,
Himalayan salt or sea salt,
right.
whatever the case might be. And I realize it's a long way to go, Dennis, but I know that there are methods by which one could actually go to the ocean and scoop up some of that there water and make your own salt if you wanted to learn how to do that. But we'll have to save that for another time. There is also another game changer. Now, I'm not a real fan of sometimes of the size of this particular nut that's supposed to be really, really good. And it's our number 8 item, and that's walnuts. What makes them the kind of nut family for health and aging?
Well, they're great for your heart, great for your gut, but most of all, they're brain food. I mean, they are, in fact, if you crack them open and take the meat out and don't destroy it, just look at it, it looks like your brain.
It
It's
does.
it's a natural tip. Hey, this is good. And you know those cacao muffins that my wife make for me that I eat for dessert after every meal?
Mm-hmm.
They have
Mm.
walnuts. They have walnuts in them, and they are so delicious. So you can work them into your diet, even if you don't enjoy just eating them right out of the hull, like I do. I love them. They make me think of Christmas every year.
Oh. I'll tell you what, I we do have not so much a bag of them, but we have one of these little canisters filled with them, and my wife loves them, just absolutely loves them. Well, now next up on our hit parade here is uh,
Before we leave this,
yes,
though,
please,
there's a couple more things that
sure,
that walnuts provide that we shouldn't skip over.
okay,
They lower bad cholesterol.
Oh.
They provide good bacteria for your gut. Uh, and they make you live younger longer, keeping your
Mm.
cells healthy. That's powerful. So be sure to add those in. I'm sorry to interrupt. So
No, no,
let's.
no, no. I don't want to miss anything because we need to cover as much as we can as we have the time here, and
And
it's
by the
it's
way,
very important.
all of this, even if we do skip some, it's all put in an article and put up on the website the next day after we have these radio programs. So you don't have to write down everything we're saying. You can just go and download it.
Right,
And
right.
it's free. And we don't try to get your phone number or your email address
Mm-mm.
unless you want to give it to us.
That's absolutely right. Well, let's move on to number 9. We have a few more to go, and we'll whip through these fairly quickly. But very important green leafy greens, I guess I should say. One of the
Right.
thoughts that occurred to me though is what parents they really need to stop telling their kids to eat it because it's good for you. Just put it in front of them and let them try it and see what they think. But let's talk a little about these leafy greens that are so important for our health and well-being and our longevity.
Well, we're talking about spinach. Spinach, we did another program and it was like the number one healthy food in that program. Spinach and kale, super for you. They're a shield for your cells. They make your cells healthy and they fight against anything that might attack them. They're good for your eyes, good for your brain. They keep your blood vessels flexible. So, what does that mean? It means that even if you're having blockage in your arteries and veins, if your blood vessels are flexible so they can expand, your blood can get around the blockage and it will probably prevent a stroke or a heart attack. So, that's pretty important because most people die
Yeah,
of
true enough.
strokes and heart attacks.
Yeah. Well, staying with the green theme, number 10 is a green tea, and especially this one that has become very popular nowadays called maca or matcha, if you choose to pronounce it that way. And maybe we can talk a little bit about the aspects of it being better than just your standard green tea when it comes to a healthy aging.
Well, with the matcha, you're actually eating the leaf. I mean, it's ground up and it's not like a tea where you put the tea in and it seeps the good stuff out into the water and it tastes good. But the matcha, you actually drink the matcha, which I think it's probably better for you. But the green tea is really good for you. I don't particularly like it. I don't like the taste of it. But if you mix it with other things, it's, palatable. So it's like you mentioned some things that you didn't like that I love, like sauerkraut, things like that. You can still work them into your diet if you, especially if your wife is uh, smart and she has ingenuity. I
Hmm.
don't know how to change that into a word, but
That's
uh,
it.
it this matcha it triggers the cellular cleanup process, which is really great. You know that what else can you get that's going to do that? And it's super. It gives you a massive dose of antioxidants, and as many of those as you can get, the better.
Yeah. Well, there's a category here, and the word I love, it's one of my favorites because when I used to co-host Farm to Table here on this program on the station, I loved saying this word. And unfortunately, though, a lot of kids are not real fans of these particular vegetables. They're called cruciferous vegetables, like broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Why are these such a great benefit for on our plates as adults?
Well, I tell you what, broccoli is a super food, and broccoli sprouts is like 10 times better than the regular broccoli and Brussels sprouts. But what they do is they aid your body's detox system. And that's really important because a lot of the cancers and illnesses, the MS and things like that, are caused by things in your body that are not good for you called parasites
Mm,
or heavy metals.
yeah.
And these foods help clear those out, help flush out the toxins and protect your cells from additional damage. And they're good for balancing your hormones. So whether you like them or not, you should try to work them into your salad.
Yeah.
Of all of these, the broccoli sprouts are the best.
Hmm.
So if you're going to eat salad anyway, and you could sprinkle those broccoli sprouts on there, you won't even notice they're there. But when we go to these all-inclusives, they always have big bowls of broccoli sprouts, and I just love them with Thousand Island dressing. I mean, that I could just have those alone as a salad. But, if you don't like them that much, it's still
Yeah.
easy to work them into your diet.
Oh, absolutely. Well, now let's talk a little bit about this liquid gold, if you will, for longevity. This Mediterranean, that's primarily in Mediterranean diets that you've. I love the acronym EVO or EVU, which is extra virgin olive oil.
Well, extra virgin olive oil does so many things that if you if you didn't do anything else but take a couple of spoonfuls every day, uh, most people don't know that it's a painkiller. You can take an aspirin, which is probably not too good for you to kill pain. If you're hurting bad enough, you're going to take an aspirin. It's not good for your stomach. Eventually, it'll cause an ulcer. But you could take two spoonfuls of extra virgin olive oil, and it would kill the same pain. Plus, it does some many other things uh, for your body. Like
Mhm.
again, it coats your blood vessels and protects your heart, which is, I think, pretty important. It reduces the risk of stroke and heart attack, and it improves the energy in your cells.
Mm.
So if you just take 1 or 2 tablespoons a day, you're going to see a difference in your health, in your skin, how well you age. I mean, I'm 78. Most people my age have a lot more wrinkles. Look, do you want to look like this when you're 78? Of course, I had 7 strokes
Wow.
a few
True.
years ago, but I
Yeah.
went into this health kick and I found out here, do these things and you can live longer and feel better. And they really work. I mean, they really work. So go to the website, take down the article, start using the ideas, live longer and feel better.
Absolutely. Now, I know a lot of people are watching their budgets as well, and our number 13 item can be, in some instances, a little on the pricey side, and that is wild caught salmon. Is it going to be beneficial if, let's say, can't really swing that? What about if we were to go ahead and go with the cheaper stuff that's just that's in the store, like the farmed salmon?
Well, it's not as good for you. I mean, it's costing you less, which, that's a benefit, I guess.
Sure.
But if you can get the good stuff, you get a lot more omega-3 fatty acids, which are critical. And they keep your joints moving. Now, I take omega-3 pills. I chew up the capsules and then give the shell to my dog. So it's good for him. He loves that.
Hmm.
And I walk every day. We talk about this a lot. I walk many thousands of steps every single day. And some days when the joints in my knees start, I feel a little bit of pain. I just increase the amount of omega-3 and I'm well the next day. It's, excuse me, it's that simple.
Hmm.
And so you can either get it through what you eat or you can take it as a supplement. We have the supplements on the website, and there you can get the good quality oil without the expense.
Well, I'll tell you, it makes total sense. That's for darn sure. And again, the old saying about you can pay me now or pay me later. It's all up to you. It's your choice. Well, now, my wife, who is a great cook and loves to be in the kitchen, it's like her domain, and so forth. But it also has to do with something we talked about near the beginning of the program, and that is number 14, which is garlic. Now, we've talked about the vegetables before, but boiling spinach or broccoli or what have you in water, and then you end up throwing the water down the drain, and you've just tossed away a bunch of nutrients. Does cooking garlic do anything to diminish the benefits of eating it, or should we just eat it raw and figure out how to do that?
Well, the cooked garlic is good for you, but not nearly as good as if you eat it raw. The very best way to do it is, to chop it up into little tiny pieces and put those on your salad, in your soup, cook with it. But once it's heated, it's not going to be as good. So you cook your meal. Maybe you cook a nice steak and then sprinkle it with the fresh garlic.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're getting the great benefits, the good taste, and it's regulating your blood pressure. It's a natural shield against sickness. It's good for your heart. I mean, when I first started studying about health, there were certain things that always were mentioned, and garlic was one of those. No matter who you talk with or what lesson you listen to, it always mentioned garlic. So I think that's a pretty powerful testament to how important it is to get it into your diet.
Yep.
Now, some people tell you to mix it and drink. I cannot stand it. Oh my God, I can't stand it. But I've still figured out ways to get it into my body.
There you go.
And it tastes good. So
there's amazing alternatives. All we have to do is start experimenting, and we'll come up with what works best for us.
Yeah.
Now,
ingenuity.
Ingenuity. There you go. And I'll tell you what, that's the engine that really keeps things going, that ingenuity moving forward. And we're moving forward to take a look at our final item, number 15. I got to tell you, I love mushrooms. I'm sorry, folks. I will eat cream of mushroom soup out of the can. Maybe it's not the best, but that was what I used to do when I was a kid. But I love helping my wife when we buy mushrooms at the store. Now, she likes to break the stem off from underneath, just have the hood. And then I slice those up, and then she'll saute them in olive oil or whatever it is that we have and so forth, and then mix them in with our spaghetti sauce or whatever it is that we're making. And we're here talking today, number 15, about shiitake mushrooms. If I have that pronunciation correct, what do these savory mushrooms bring to the longevity table, Dennis?
They actually, once they're in your body, they hunt down and destroy bad cells. Now that's pretty powerful. They bulletproof your immune system, but the thing that impresses me most is by putting these in your diet, you've got something in your body that's looking for anything that's going on bad and fixing it. I think that's pretty good. It's like having a mechanic or a handyman inside your body all the time that's trying to fix the things that are broken.
Absolutely. Well, we encourage folks to find out more about all of this, these incredible items on this list, by going to bodyofhealth.life to find some of these elements, as well as to DennisJHenson.com. Click on the health tab and scroll on down, and you will find great information about what we've talked about here on the program regarding the foods that will help in living a longer and healthier life. And Dennis, it's just been fabulous to have you back again, and we look forward to our next topic next week.
Well, thank you for having me. I want to remind everybody that if you do go to Body of Health and there's something there mentioned and you decide to buy it from our purchasing section, if you use the code word radio, you get a generous discount. And that's just kind of a bonus for joining in today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I take advantage of it every time I get my my morning clarity coffee. We hope you'll check it all out, and check us out every week here on Body of Health. Until our next broadcast, podcast, video cast, love Talal. Jeanette, I'm still listening. Dad, continue to be happy because I am. Smokey, I'll see you on the other side. Mike, thanks for being in my life and letting me be in yours. Dennis, not Dennis, Michael, my brother, welcome to fatherhood, my friend. And to my dear friend Zorro, aho, aho.